I told you, money's not a problem.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. We're here to look after you.
Stop being such a chicken, Cassidy. The chicken police are here.
You... Cassandra Ruby Faye.
To the best of my knowledge, I am.
And you know who we are?
Silly. Of course I do. Who wouldn't?
Hold me, Sonny. I think I'm gonna faint.
Hold still, you big oaf. Excuse me, ma'am. My partner's a bit of a bird brain.
You're funny.
Are we? Well, that's good to know.
Ignore Cassidy. The Premier is getting to him. It's like that before all his big movies.
Well, anything, try to enjoy the evening. We'll be here if you need anything.
Thank you, Detective. See, Paw Paw? You'll be all right in here.
Don't call me that in front of people. I've told you 1,000 times.
I'm not sure. Maybe that's his wife. Also, we have they give us a no portrait.
Is everything okay with the guests? Is there anyone who might disturb you?
But Mr. Featherline, what do you mean?
Land, feather land. Maybe someone you know but wish you didn't?
Please, not in front of Cassandra.
You must mean Mr. Vidor. Well, if so, you're absolutely right, Detective. The man is an animal. He's a monster. And after this film, I never want to work with him again.
Oh, yes, of course, darling. We're certainly not working with him anymore.
That's good to know. I'm glad you two are in sync. There are no secrets or anything.
It's rare these days.
Detectives, please, can we enjoy our evening?
Oh, yes, of course. Be my guest.
Sonny, you are evil.
You think so? Maybe, a little bit. But I was playing it soft. The wolf's reaction said a lot about the situation.
A wolf with a cat obsession. For the big wild ones, I never would have guessed.
Says the chicken who married a cougar.
Hey, you're being mean again.
Yeah, you're right. It's a habit.
Now we can talk to Vidor. Interesting. Let's see what Lucas has to say.
I'll leave him alone for now, but of course I'll keep an eye on him while I'm here.
Sonny.
Mr. Featherland?
You're both right.
I've been looking forward to meeting the famous chicken police in the flesh.
You know who we are? You're Charles Rufus Vidor, the director of El Wolf and a myriad of other movie wonders.
Looking at his partner, I'm not surprised he knows who we are, Marty. Hello, Meredith.
Sonny. Martin. How surprising to see you here.
Well, it's a surprise to see you too, believe me. How are you? Looking for inspiration for a new book?
As a matter of fact, one of her books will soon be made into one of my movies.
One of the chicken police stories?
No, not at all.
You know, at one time, I would have liked to have made a film about you chickens, but it wouldn't have been good for business. You understand, all those nasty rumors.
Nasty rumors?
They say all kinds of things, am I right? For instance, that you're the reason these horrible criminal gangs are flooding the city.
Oh, is that all? It's nothing.
And that you may have even planned the assassination of the head of the Westler Empire at the request of a rival gang. But I wouldn't bore you with such nonsense. Animals can be cruel, can't they?
That is an understatement.
Yeah? Well, that's a little more disturbing indeed, but if you ever want to make a movie about the famous chicken police, we're ready for it.
Oh, no, young man, that ship has sailed. But I have heard of 2 other aspiring detectives.
Please. No. Not them.
Moses and Plato. That's their name. Well, I think it was.
Oh, that's it. It's over. Kill me, Sonny, please.
It's for the best, Marty. Filmmaking isn't a life insurance policy these days.
Well, what do you mean?
We're here for a reason, but the rest, unfortunately, is classified information.
I see. Interesting.
Our life is always like that. All excitement and danger. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Meredith H. Marble, a Bengal tiger. Meredith H. Marble, famous author of the Chicken Police books. The series was largely based on real-life cases, but as we were not very willing to cooperate, Meredith presented the events in a rather loose interpretation and often with a lot of coloring. She made us star cops in a sense, there's no denying that, but I've never trusted her. She's a real predator. She took our lives and fed on them throughout her career. We didn't get any of the meat.
Tell me, did everything go well with the shooting of El Wolf?
A shoot never goes well, Mr. Featherland. And when the stars are so sensitive, like Mr. Lupus and Ms. Fay,
And?
scandal is almost inevitable.
Scandal?
Do you not read the papers?
Sonny? No, not really.
Look, I had a few run-ins with Mr. Lupus, that's all I can say. But like I said, they're pretty common on set. He's an egotistical actor. I'm a great director. And the two don't always go together.
Have you ever threatened him?
What?
Sonny, are you sure you're...
It's an innocent question. You can answer yes or no.
No, at least not in the sense of what you're insinuating, sir.
And what am I insinuating?
That I threatened to kill him. No, it never happened.
I see. Thank you.
Damn. It's going straight for the jugular there.
I got what I wanted from him. For now. Meredith H. Marble.
Sonny Featherland.
I am genuinely surprised to see you here.
I am always at events like these.
I bet. But running into you at Mr. Lupus's movie premiere, of all things.
What are you implying, detective? Are you trying to play cat and mouse with me? I know your methods. I've written 10 books about you.
You only write about what you think you know.
I honestly do not know what you mean. Why shouldn't I be here, today of all days?
Tell me, how well do you know Mr. Lupus?
Oh, is that what this is about? I do not know what you know, or what you think you know. But my conscience is clear.
Is that so?
I hope you're not trying to make a scene.
Oh, no, I would never do that.
So Meredith is the one in the compromising picture with Lupus. So
I'm done for now. Maybe I'll have more questions later.
I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Cassandra Ruby Fay. Nice to meet you all.
For the love of the wild ones, is it you? In the flesh? You're even more... you know.
I don't really know what you mean, but it's sweet of you.
You're beautiful.
Oh, my. Please, a little quieter.
Sorry. I mean, yes, I said it. You're a knockout, you know? I'm married, and I love her, but you, I mean, I love your movies, and...
Okay, Marty, take it easy. Everything's gonna be fine. Take a deep breath.
I'm really very honored and pleased to have made such an impression on you, but it's a bit awkward for me.
Sometimes I forget how excited he can get. Excuse us.
But he'll be all right, won't he?
Don't worry, lady. This isn't the first time he's got like this. Have you seen anything strange? Anything interesting happen?
Other than everyone being a braggart and me feeling like some village bumpkin who got lost in the royal court, nothing worth mentioning.
You're telling me. I feel like a lump of coal in a chest full of diamonds.
It's actually the other way round. You know, Sonny, not everything that glitters is gold.
Yeah, maybe.
The king has arrived.
An impressive entrance, if I ever saw one.
Indeed it is.
Who could that woman be? You don't think she's...
Yes, I do, Marty. She's the king's new advisor. And from the looks of her, probably a lot more than that.
Oh, hush my heart. Why is there always a heartbreaking femme fatale behind everything?
Maybe the world is testing you.
Yeah, maybe. But if Laura finds out what kind of environment I was in, she'll bite my head off. And I mean that.
Come on, Marty. Just take a deep breath and enjoy the evening. So, shall we talk to the king?
Well, you don't have to ask me twice.
Let's get to it. Your Majesty, dear lady.
If it isn't the world-famous chicken police, Sonny Featherland and McMurdoch?
McChicken. Milady, Marty McChicken.
Ah, yes, exactly. Marty McChicken, silly me. I've always been terrible with names.
Ah, don't worry about it. I keep forgetting it myself.
Are you investigating even now? If you ask me, with all the sinners here, the whole hall could be arrested right away.
Well, it's nice to finally meet you, ma'am. You know, we hear a lot about you.
I can imagine. All bad things?
Nothing else.
Hello, gentlemen. I've heard a lot about you, too. Indeed.
This is truly an honor, Your Majesty.
Come on, cut the chit-chat. It's so not like you. I've read a couple of your books, so I know exactly what kind of chaps you are.
Ah, those books again. Well, sir, if I may...
And what adventures! I really admire and envy you fellows. So don't play innocent with me. I know you're a pair of hard-boiled, rotten eggs.
Sir, with all due respect, those books are mostly fiction.
Ah, don't be so modest with me, Mr. Featherland. And you certainly don't need to pretend in front of such a spiritual leader. You see, she can see right into your soul.
You say, spiritual leader?
Hector always exaggerates. There's a small community of souls of which I am indeed the guide. It's called the New Unity Church.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
You know, you're much shorter in person than I thought you'd be, Mr. Featherland.
That's why I bring Marty with me everywhere, Your Majesty.
Oh, yes, the humor. I've heard legends about your, unique sense of humor.
Unique. That's a fine way of putting it.
But allow me to introduce formally how shall I say?
I am his advisor and spiritual guide.
You see? That's exactly it. She always helps me out when I'm in trouble.
Really? That's interesting.
It was nice meeting you, Miss...
Kayla.
Just Kayla?
Lady Kayla, to be more precise.
Ah, I see. Lady Kayla.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we need to go mingle. It's sort of a mandatory protocol.
Of course, we understand. Have a nice evening. We'll probably run into each other again.
Of that, I'm sure.
Did you notice?
Her legs? Who wouldn't?
No, not that, you dummy. That the king hardly dared speak beside her.
No wonder. I couldn't spit or swallow around her.
It's a bit strange, though. Hector was never the talkative type, but now she answers for him.
Isn't that a counselor's job?
Maybe. But I'm suspicious of this dame.
Of course you are. You can tell she's a demon a mile away, but that doesn't necessarily make him an evil conspirator.
That sentence was a bit contradictory.
Two roosters live in my body, constantly fighting with each other.
Listen, Marty.
Why are you so serious now?
We're splitting up.
What do you mean we're splitting up?
In the heat of the party, Blood Boy won't even notice you're gone. If I disappear, he'll notice it right away.
Oh, I see. You mean Frank?
We have to find his body. To do that, we need to know where the factory is and how to get inside.
Okay, great plan.
Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I thought you didn't want to leave the fancy party.
Come on, Sonny. You know me better than that. Fancy parties or not, Frank was our friend. And this case is more important.
It is. You're right.
Thanks for trusting me, boss.
Who else am I gonna trust?
Okay, I'm on my way. If I hurry, I can catch the midnight bus.
Bus, get the hell out of here. Take my car.
You're serious? I've never driven her before. She's your little rickety treasure.
Just keep her in one piece, okay?
And keep me in one piece too, if possible.
Yeah, that's important too. Now go.
Okay, Boss Bird. I'll come back for you, and I'll find out what I need to find out.
You do that, young fella.
Well, how'd he take it?
Surprisingly well. You know, you can say a lot of things about Marty, but you can always count on him in times of trouble.
A real partner, huh?
More than that.
And what about us?
What about us?
I mean, what's the next step? Here, tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're mostly just trying to survive the night. There's one more thing I want to ask the king's new advisor, and it'd be nice if another woman were present. I suspect she'll speak to me in a very different tone.
I'm ready for her.
Okay. So, what do we know about her? Sandra, a quiet, reserved woman who is also one of the biggest rising stars in the Clawville movie scene. Next to her partner, Cassie Lupus, though, she seems more like a flickering, faded star. She's been rather troubled lately, but she has remarkable willpower and fortitude and patience, of course, especially when it comes to Lupus. Then we have King Hector III. King Hector III, or the Fox King, ruler of the city of Clawville and the Clawville Colonial Empire. He is considered by most to be an easily influenced and feeble king, kept on the right path only by his recently deceased advisor. Now, Lady Kayla fills that role. Many believe the king has lost all control over his own kingdom. Lady Kayla Stanwyck, Arctic Fox. A mysterious woman from out of nowhere, not much is known about her past or her role in the present besides the king. An advisor, a spiritual guru, or just a con artist with two pretty legs. We will see. Oh, Philmar's here. The hell?
Hey, Phil, what are you doing here?
Did you replace Marty? Too bad. Next to a pretty flower like that, you look even worse than before.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, Philip.
Just Philmar. I no longer use that dusty old name.
I understand. Old names are associated with old sins, am I right?
You know a lot more than all of us, Monica.
Thanks, Philmar.
Hey, can I get you some champagne? I'm feeling a bit redundant.
Oh, hello, Sonny.
You didn't answer my question. What are you doing here?
Me? Nothing, really. I worked for someone recently, a secret benefactor who threw me a ticket. Thought I'd check out what this big fuss is about, and it's kind of a letdown.
Your story is plausible.
Believe it or not.
You're not even trying anymore, are you?
We're old, Sonny. We've done this tango too many times.
All right. Enjoy the party, Nighthawk. See you later.
As long as there's champagne, I'll be here.
Just leave some for everyone else.
Fuck you, Sonny.
Just one more thing.
Tell me, my darling.
Don't you find it strange that we always end up in the same place?
I'm just always one step ahead, aren't I?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Simple coincidences, Sonny boy. It's a small town.
This town is gigantic, Phil. Just as gigantic as your stupidity.
Well, I'm not gonna argue with that.
And you evaded the subject again.
Oh, I'm such a professional, right?
Right. I have nothing to say to him at the moment.
And the lady? Who is she? Yeah, a bit ordinary, gray, but she has color. Yes, she has. I could definitely see her on the screen.
Excuse me. Don't give me that look. I'm not a piece of furniture.
And she stings. Ouch. Even better.
Let's go, Sonny. This guy's just a simple bubblehead.
Maybe you're right, but this bubblehead can make you a very rich lady.
Yeah, no thanks. I've had the pleasure of dealing with your kind in the past.
Well, this ship has sailed, Mr. Vidor. Bon voyage.
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't offended the lady. You know, all these years in showbiz, and you inevitably see products everywhere instead of people.
You know, I'd even accept your apology, but you're still talking about me as if I'm not standing here in front of you.
You think this is gonna end well? Oh yeah, sure. Peter sounds like Pete from the Mickey Mouse cartoons. Oh yeah, I can see that. Cut the tension in this room with a damn chainsaw? He does now that you mention it. Yeah, you're right.
Well, how about I try apologizing more? Let's say over dinner.
Until you're the one being served, we're not meeting at a table.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed.
Get him, Monica. Get him.
I got what I wanted from him.
Well, this is gonna be an interesting combo.
Ah, Monica Rosen. Are you two together? I couldn't predict this in my books. You know, you've always been a minor character.
Miss Marble. Really? Interesting. You've always been, rather minor, too.
Huh? Monica's just helping me with a few things.
Of course. And what can I help you with?
Mr. Lupus has been threatened by someone.
Really? Oh well, I'm not surprised.
And you have no idea what these threats were all about? A photograph.
Yes, and?
You have any idea what kind of picture it was?
No point in playing this game. It was a picture of me. Or rather, it was him and me. In a quite unambiguous position. But I didn't know what the picture would be used for.
You mean you knew they were taking a picture of you?
Of course, Birdie. Why else do you think I would have had an affair with that ripoff? The fur on the back of my neck stands up just thinking about it.
And somebody paid you. Who was it?
I have no idea. I never saw them. All instructions came in letters. And the money. A lot of money.
Damn letters. Did you see anything interesting in them?
Look, I'm a crime fiction writer. I know exactly what I'm supposed to notice. There is nothing you can use as a clue in your little investigation.
And how did you manage to reel Mr. Lupus in?
That wasn't hard. That tail-wagging dog is a sucker for all things feline. As soon as he sees a whisker or a fluffy tail, he loses his mind. I feel sorry for poor Faye, because she'll never get that out of her husband's head.
I see. Well, thank you, Meredith. You've been surprisingly helpful.
You're welcome, Detective. And Miss Rosen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well then.
Anything else, Mr. Featherland? Or can I call you Sonny? After all these years.
As you wish, Meredith. But, I'm busy now.
Do what you do best, Sonny.
You mean drink and grieve in a corner? I'd rather investigate.
Oh, yes. Your famous sense of humor.
What's this? You two together? Where's Martin?
Just, powdering his beak, boss. And Monica and I were just talking.
You two aren't, how shall I put it, so you know that you...
What? No, furry heavens, what are you thinking?
Hey, no need to deny it that hard.
I mean, no, nothing like that, sir.
Nothing like what, Santino?
Well, it depends on what you were thinking.
You're the detective. Find out.
That Monica and I, you know, that we're, romantically...
Go on.
But that's not it, I swear.
Yeah, Sonny, we got it. It's clear. Thank you.
Enough, enough. I just wanted to see you blush, Santino. What a sight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh my goodness, aren't you
Shit.
Monica Rosen? I mean, Monica Rosen, the Velvet Queen?
The what?
Hello, Cassidy.
Wait a minute. You know each other?
That's an understatement, my friend.
Oh, no. Don't say you two are...
What? No, Sonny, what do you mean?
Well, you know, Monica was my... I mean, she was...
Yeah, you can say it out loud. I was your father's mistress a lifetime ago.
Come on, dear Monica, it wasn't that simple.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. And that's the end of the subject.
Yes. Yes, of course. I get it. I understand, of course.
Good.
So what is this, velvet thing?
The Velvet Queen? Oh, well, I think you better hang on, Mr. Featherworld, because...
All right, stop right there. Sonny, come on, I want to talk to you in private. Cassidy, I'm coming for you too.
Hey, okay, take it easy.
Sonny,
I'm a little dizzy, I admit.
I don't blame you. Look, Sonny, what you heard is true.
You used to be his father's lover?
Just for a little while. I was just a young girl who'd been thrown out of the country and into the big city. I was a waitress in all sorts of dives for a while, and then someone discovered me. And then I did a review show at the Coconut Cauldron.
The Velvet Queen.
That was my stage name. A lifetime ago. And Lupus's father was kind, charming, rich, and a scumbag con man.
I see.
It was just a fling. Lots of money, glitter, and glamour. Movie premieres, expensive hotels, and then... well, in the end, the guy ran off and took everything with him.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't have much money, but you know me. I'm thorough and organized, and when I do something, I do it right. I had savings. Quite a lot of savings, and a small inheritance, too.
And he left you broke?
Yep, that's it. I had to start all over again. But I was just a little girl. I had my whole life ahead of me, so I went for it. I knew I'd never be a showgirl again.
Does this have anything to do with what happened at the range? That you were so upset?
The whole town is covered in El Wolf commercials. And Cassidy's face, of course. When I knew him, he was just a young pup. But he's grown up now, and he reminds me of his father a lot. Not a great memory.
I'll bet. You know, it's weird, but somehow I never thought about you having a life before the police.
Look, Sonny, if you'd rather go it alone from now on, I totally understand.
What? No, of course not, Mon. It's out of the question. I still appreciate you being here. I really do.
Thanks, Boss Bird. And I'm sorry to dump all the dark stains of my past on you.
Come on, Mon. I've been doing the same with you since the day we met.
Well, that's true.
But if Marty finds out...
I beg your pardon?
What? No, nothing. My beak is sealed.
Right. Let's, forget about all this and focus on what we're here for, okay?
Okay.
Well then.
I'll leave him alone for now, but of course I'll keep an...
I know this moves things forward, so talk to Lewis first.
Hey, Lewis, you all right? You look a little lost.
Sure, Sonny. I'm more of an observer right now.
You haven't really settled back into these circles yet, have you?
No. Not at all. But I'll be honest.
I'm a little embarrassed if that woman is here.
Which woman?
That woman. Lady Kayla, of course. Around her, the king is quite different. She makes my ears itch.
That's never a good sign.
No, it's not.
Do you think she's leading the king astray?
It's a strange thing. I wouldn't say that. Like she's doing nothing but charity and helping animals in need. Yet there's an inexplicably sinister aura about her.
I feel it too.
Because you've always had good instincts, Sonny.
And because he thinks everyone in the world is suspicious.
Oh, I almost didn't notice you. Hello, dear Monica.
It's all right. I'm just an observer myself, Mr. Hayworth.
I see.
So I just thought of something. She could be a spy for the Northern Kingdom. She's an Arctic fox, right? Isn't the Northern Kingdom like a really cold place? The one that they're supposed to be having police talks with? Stavonia. There we go. It's a realm of eternal snow, one of the largest and most important superpowers in the wilderness, a country populated most exclusively by predators, mostly big cats, and famous for its heavy-handed military regime. Proud nation, centuries at war with Clawville colonial empire, and currently engaged in a long series of peace negotiations with their rival. Yeah. I wonder if she's working for Stavonia.
Forgive me for rushing off so quickly last time. Now we have some privacy. But where's your partner?
Marty's got a bit of a weak stomach. He couldn't take all that syrupy chit-chat.
And who is this fine young lady?
Monica Rosen. Ma'am.
Ah, Monica Rosen. Mother hen on duty at the police station.
I beg your pardon?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but